My friends, this is Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm excited to start this next sewing pattern project. I was going to go ahead and do the covers here off a video, but I thought you might like to see it because, for one thing, it's horizontal. It's going to be a horizontal journal, just the shape of this cover and this orientation. And also this is the first one I've done since I've been doing the last couple, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it has been, that this one has a little tear right here. So we're going to work around that tear, and I'm going to show you how it looks, and we're going to do it together and see how it turns out. But I'm going to keep this part on here right here. I wanted to cut separate it from the back, so that's why it's cut a little bit through the simplicity. I just cut a little sliver off, and this is how it turned out. And I think it's straight, so we'll see if we end up cutting any more off. But let's go ahead and glue this down and get started with this project. And I picked this one out because I wanted to do one. It wasn't one of the original ones I picked out that I have been showing you, but I wanted to do one with this orientation, and I thought these little dresses were so cute. Just all the different colors on this one. A lot of them seem like they have, or the last couple anyway, like just take this one for instance. I also pulled out this one. But this one has a lot of the same colors, like all the dresses there and outfits kind of coordinate with the black and white. A little bit of red in there. And so, yeah, I wanted to do this one because of all the different colors. I just thought this one would be so fun. You know, I want to do all of them, but one at a time, right? So I'm going to do this the same way I've been doing the others, except I'm going to put, instead of putting the glue on here, I'm going to put it on here because, you know, I have this I have this file folder which I have cut apart the front from the back. So, yeah, and I've got to be careful of that tear. So we're going to go ahead and put some glue on here. I'm going to try to get it like I have been doing with this, using this glue, this Scotch permanent glue stick, and try to get it on like every speck of it. So I'm kind of, as I put the glue on, I am kind of trying to overlap each swipe, so all of it, every little speck of it has some glue on it, and I didn't miss it. Hopefully I didn't miss any. But I have been sewing around these two. So, okay, here's the tear over here. We're going to be real careful when we come up to that. And I'm just going to go over it and over it. And like I said, we're going to keep this section, but I want to see what it looks like. I want to see if you can actually see it when you glue it down. So I think I have glue all over this part. I just want to make sure I do. I mean, you saw me put glue there, but there I am putting extra on there. Okay, now I think we can put this down. I have a little bit of a glue on my finger there. Let's smear that out. Get it off my finger. Okay. Now, this is the front that doesn't have the score line. Let's move the back away for right now so I can use this as best as I can, so without wasting it. So I'm going to put this right down here in the corner. Try to kind of put it right on the edge, on the bottom and on the side here. Okay. I think I've pretty much got it there. Glue it down. And then go over this little tear here. Okay, so that's how it's looking. Yeah, you can still see that there's a tear there. I was just wondering, like, will it disappear? No, I knew it wouldn't disappear, but I just wondered how much you would be able to see it. And you can still see it, but of course it's together. The paper is together. There's no paper missing there. So now I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to keep it, you know, I'm not going to add to the pattern, like add any of this cardstock or file folder around it. So I'm going to keep it the same size that it is. And cut it out. And so this is, you know, I can only get one cover out of this file folder. So I'm going to have to use the back cover for the back, and I don't want to. I made sure when I cut the back away from the front, I kept them together. You know what I mean? I didn't cut them separate in any way. Like I didn't cut them separate and then like cut another sliver off the front, or do anything separate, so I could keep the front and the back the same size. So now I am cutting them separate, but I'm not. I am not cutting anything off there. I've got a little sliver of file folder right here. Trying to think if I want to keep that or cut it off. I think I really need to cut it off so I can keep the back and the front the same size, or else I'm going to have to do the same thing on the back and add a little sliver to that so that it's the same size as the front, because we need our front and back cover to be the same size. So there it is so far. Already getting super cute. I just love it. When you glue them down, they look so pretty. Okay, so here's the back cover and the back of the file folder. Sometimes it says this one doesn't, what is this? A simplicity. I don't see the copyright on here anywhere, but it's probably 70s. I would think that looks like a 70s pattern. Okay, so there's a little bit of a fold here, and I want to flatten that out so we don't have any kind of a bump underneath the paper when we glue it down. And then, yeah, let's do the same thing. We'll put glue all over this back part of the envelope. So yeah, I kind of had the idea of doing one in this orientation after I did the first two that I've done, on video with you my friends. And I thought, let me do one a little different. Let's do a sideways orientation. I don't know if anyone, I couldn't find anyone that did I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't found it yet. If you know of one, let me know, because I would like to see it. But I couldn't find anyone that did a sideways orientation like this and kept it sideways. They turned it and did upright, and then the picture on the front was sideways. That's what I've seen so far. So if you know of one where someone has kept it sideways, let me know. And I mean, like, not one where they made it bigger and kept it sideways, but one where they kept it the same size as like I'm doing and kept it sideways. But this is going to be sideways, so the front is going to be sideways, and so the little girls here will be upright. This will be sideways too, and this, this will be sideways. This won't be upright, but I don't think that really matters, because the point is the front is the focal point, of course, and the back is, the idea is we're using the back of it too. You know what I mean? We're not like just using something else because this is going to be sideways. We are using and repurposing the front and the back. Not that you couldn't do that, but I like using the back on the back of it. You know what I mean? I think it's just really cool. So I think you guys like it too. Of course, you probably like pretty paper on the back too, but I don't know. I just really like repurposing things, and giving them new life and things like that. So, okay, now we're going to cut the got a string here. Strings. A little bit of glue on my fingers. Things are sticking to. So I'm going to try to cut this out too and keep it the size that I have it. So let me cut the side off here first, because I don't know if that across part here is so straight. So I think this is straight. I'm going to cut this off, and then let's cut this off. This is where the score lines are, so that's why I didn't put it all the way down there. I put it just above the score line, so I wouldn't be trying to glue over the score lines. So far we're going to put some fabric on here too, on the spine. So no, We are not putting fabric on the spine on this one. What am I saying? This is going to be bound with the metal coils. Okay, so we won't have to cover up really a lot anything on the front, except that I do want to put some trims on the front. Okay, so I think this is good. There's something here. I think it's just paper and not the file folder that's got a little piece there. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. This is just what I wanted to show you. Get this started with you, so it'll be like this. Let's see if we kept it the same size, or did we cut off something that made the back smaller than the front? No, I think we're good. So I think before I go any further, I need to decide. I don't think I needed to. I don't think I'm going to decide on. Well, I could though. I'm trying to decide if I need to decide on it, and all the deciding, right? All the decisions on a journal closure, and then I can put, if I'm going to put it. I like to put my. Well, it's a little more difficult with the. Yeah, but I still can do it. Okay, I'm just thinking this through, so I can put a ribbon or whatever. It's going to be my journal closure here, and then put some paper over it, and then I'll sew around. So these will be kept separate until I get all my paper and pages cut, and then I bind everything at the same time. You know what I mean? Over here with the metal coils will be over here. So let me pause and decide what I'm going to use for a closure little ribbon out here, and then we'll go from there. Just one second. Okay, my friends, I have picked out, it wasn't easy, but I have picked out some ribbon for the closure, and I have picked out some paper for the inside of the cover. So we can get that done today, and I want to put a pocket on the inside, probably of the front and back cover too, but I don't know if we'll get that done today. But let's go ahead and do the closure. So it's going to be this ribbon, it's black ribbon, and the reason I picked that is because, whoops, that's not the front. Because I think it will go well, a good base color for this, all the colors in here. I didn't want to pick like a purple or a red. I mean, I kind of did. I went through all the colors, but I decided she has a black and white dress on. It looks black and white anyway. And, there's a little bit of black in the cover, and actually their dresses are all out. She's got black hair. She's got black hair. He's got black hair. And all of them are kind of, if you look closely, are all patterns like that. They're kind of outlined with a black line, so I thought this would be a good base color for a ribbon closure. So that's why I chose it, just in case you wanted to know. So I'm going to run it through the middle here, like I've been doing with these journals, and then leave about, I would say 12, 14, 15 inches out here to have plenty of room to let me use my pinkish, well, I guess I can use this. Plenty of room out here too. Well, so that I can get these the same size, I kind of double it over first and cut it here. Cut a little extra. So I can cut this off and make a nice little slanted cut. And then I just take the ends, put them together, and cut it right here. For this one, because we're doing the two covers separately for the moment, the front and back cover, so try to cut it right in the middle. Okay, so we're done with that for the moment, and then we have our two ribbons for our closure, and then we're just going to glue that down here. Just make sure you have your covers upright however you want them. So that's upright, and then this is upright. Originally the pattern was like, nope, wait a minute. Originally the pattern was like this. So yeah, I'm trying to keep the original orientation. So yeah, originally the pattern was like this. See, here's the top, covers like this, of this one, and here's the back, and that's upright. So yeah, now I think I had it upside down. This way upside down, which it really wouldn't matter, but I want to keep it. I want to try to keep it the way it was. Okay, so art glitter, Fabri-Tac right down the middle of both the front and back cover. Let's see if this is going to come out, or do I need to clean off the end? A piece of ribbon here. So I hope everyone's doing good out there and having a good day. Yeah, if you were involved in the storms, I hope you're okay, and watching a little bit of that coverage, and yeah, it looks pretty bad in certain areas, so I hope everybody's okay. Alright, so there's our glue, and then we'll go ahead, you know how fast this dries, so let's go ahead and put this one down. This glue is super fast, so just in case, we'll go ahead and put this down. And then we'll know where to put the one in the front. So pretty much, you can see I'm just eyeballing it. Didn't measure to see where the top, center was from the top to the bottom. And then let's put this right beside it. And I don't want to get any glue on this paper here. Yeah, I have papers out that I've been using. So I just went through those and found this pretty paper that I think, with all the colors in this cover, it's almost like I could go with any color I want on the inside here of the covers. But I kind of really, if I can, want to go ahead and do it, especially on this one. And I did on the others too. Kind of put a base color here, base pretty color on this one and the others, so that I can put a pocket over it if it's too patterned, and where it's something so pretty. If it's a pattern that I don't want to cover up, then then I have a problem. But I like if you have a good like base color with a pretty color, then you still have that pretty color, and you can put a really colorful pocket. That's what I feel like anyway. And then if you have a really colorful inside cover, then I feel like you almost have to go the opposite, kind of a plain pocket. So either way is fine. But I think it'll be fun to put a colorful pocket on the inside here of something. I don't know what yet. I don't know if it'll be cardstock or something sewing related, some kind of sewing notion type thing. Okay, there's our closures glued in, and I'm going to sew around these two, just like I did on the other ones. Okay, so here's my paper. I picked out, there's a little thread there. And this lady has a purple dress on too, so I thought, that's one reason I went ahead and picked this out. I thought, I had it out here, so why not? And it's one-sided too, because I have several papers out here, and there was one that was double-sided, and I thought I was going to go with that, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, it's double-sided. I'd rather not waste that other side. But with both sides of that paper, the other paper I was looking at was so pretty, and I thought, well, I don't want to waste that other side by gluing it down. So I looked at my one-sided, and this is cardstock too, so it'll be nice and strong. Let's move this out of the way so I can move this over, and you can see. So I'm going to use some more, let's go ahead and use some more Fabri-Tac on here. Glue this down. Let's see, I've been rounding the corners of the outside corners. I'm going to do that on this too. And I've been rounding them first before I put the second layer on the back. So because I didn't know if my corner rounder would round so many layers, didn't know if it would fit in here and around it, so I just went ahead and did this beforehand, before I put the second layer on. Okay, there's one, and then the other one, like this. I almost feel like I have to have it. See it where it, yeah. Okay, so right here, I knew it was here, I just wanted to see it together, kind of like double check what I'm doing here. Okay, there's a little piece of paper coming off there. Let me put a little glue there. it's like a second layer of the pattern, you know, on top of this one, this paper here. Okay, so let's glue that down. Okay, a little bit of glue there. Okay, now we rounded our corners. Now we're ready to put our Fabri-Tac on. And I was doing the front. It doesn't matter. I think both front and back cover will fit on here. And this pattern, this is, you know, as you saw, just an overall kind of lavender pattern that does not have any type of, you know, orientation. So it's not directional. So we can just put these down here, glue it on the white, this white back. Put some glue right on our ribbon there too. This reinforces. I like doing a ribbon like this because it's really sturdy. It's glued in on both sides, really, if you think about it. You know, we put glue on the other side, glued it down. We're putting glue on this side and then gluing something on top of it. And then it's going to be sewn over at the end here. So let me see if I have glue all over now. Right on the edge here would be good. All right, so let's put this one down. Doesn't matter which way we do it. Okay, so I do want to make the most out of the paper and get both covers on here though, so I'm going to put it right down in this corner. And the other one should fit right up there. Okay, so right out to the edge. Yeah, there we go. All right, and now this one. All right, do we get it all? I think we need a little bit more. Make sure I put plenty on top of the ribbon and get the edges. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, it's pretty much all over. Okay. And now this one we'll put, oh, we did it the other way, didn't we? It doesn't matter which way you do it, like a non-directional paper, but I'm going to do it the same as I did the first one. With my ribbon out here. Okay. Because we're not going to be cutting over here, so I don't have to worry about cutting around the ribbon. We're going to be cutting over here, cutting the paper, or you know, cutting around here to cut the paper, this paper. So I don't have to worry about cutting over here. So the ribbon goes out here beyond where we're going to be, you know, beyond the edge. So you get it. You get it. Okay, let's get this all pressed down. Here's that tear. Nice and glued down. I might, you know what I might do is go ahead and put a little glue on top of it. I didn't do that. Let's put a little glue on top of it too. Kind of like Mod Podging with a glue stick. Extra little seal there on that, where that tear was. Okay, so let's cut these out. And so this is how I get my rounded corners on the after I put the second layer on the inside, or you know, the layer of paper on the inside. Then you just cut around the corners and you have your automatically have your rounded corners. And you know, I'm even though this is just, you know, straightforward cutting out the covers, I'm careful so that I don't cut into the covers. All right, so just cutting these out. And I want to see what they look like. I kind of can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm such a child sometimes. It's fun to be a child sometimes, right? We have to be grown-ups all the time to be the mom and and the wife and the employee and whatever, the sister, the grandma, the whatever we are. Sometimes it's just fun to be, let your inner child out, right? Get excited about what this is going to look like after I get it cut out. Let your inner child out. I guess that's why we like crafting so much. We kind of can let our inner child out depending on what kind of crafting you do, right? Yeah, I think so. I like that. I never thought about that. Thought about it that way, but I think that might actually be true. Okay, we're letting our inner child out. I mean, look at us. We're gluing and cutting and doing all the things we did when we were a kid in a different way, but still. Yeah, I like it. It's fun. I enjoy all the crafting that I do, so if I don't enjoy it, then I don't do it. Okay, whoops. Okay, that's a pretty good, decent strip. I think I'm going to save that. Yeah, I almost threw it away. All right, so here we are. We've got our rounded corners. Let's see. Let's put it together. Here's what it looks like. Here's our little closure. Now I got to sew around it. Oh, I wonder if I probably should use black thread. That would be pretty around here, wouldn't it? Here's the back. Let's look at the inside. Voila! Very pretty. It's got a pattern in it, a very light pattern. Maybe you can see it. So, yeah, what I was going to do before I sew is go around it with a little bit of distress ink because of the kind of edges from the file folder and covering this up. Otherwise, I would have felt like I needed to cut another like sliver off of here. And I really didn't want to do that. You know, I was trying to keep the back and the front cover the same size, and I was afraid if I start cutting any more off, then I'd be like sliver here, sliver there, and oh, it's a different size, another sliver here, you know, type of thing. That's why I just left it. And it looks like it's the same size. So on these edges, I'm just going to put a little bit of distress ink, cover up these kind of file folder edges here. And the thread, whatever thread I use to sew around these, will also hide that. Pockets, I usually like to put, oops, got a little extra there. There is a little, that says, what does that say? It's something from the pattern. Pants, pants not included. I guess you can't make these pants with this pattern, but they have them in the picture. So that's part of the pattern. Sometimes you see something written, or I think I have one where maybe the person that owned the previous, you know, the original owner of the pattern had a little stamp with their name on it, and they stamped their name on it, name and even address, like maybe they would borrow, or, you know, kind of, she let people borrow her patterns, and so she stamped her name on it so they could return it when they're done, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so let's look at the inside and see if we need any more distressing here. Yeah, right here is a little file folder showing. So I've got thread on my hand. I got glue on my finger, and the thread is sticking to the glue there. Okay, there we go. I feel a little bit better about that. Still got a little bit in on there. I'll wash my hands after the video, of course. I might have to do it before. I can do it when I sew too, if I want to stop crafting long enough to go wash. I do have wipes in here though. But do I want to get them out right now? No, I don't. I want to do this. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around, since if I go on one side, I feel like I have to go all the way around, right? So all evenly distressed, pretty much. Okay, so that there's no file folder showing there as far as it's covered up with distress. Okay, let's look here. This one doesn't have any file folder showing on the inside. I wonder if I could round this corner again. It's kind of looks like it needs to be re-rounded. Let's see if it does fit in there. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, I guess it's rounded because it's not cutting anything. I guess it's already rounded as much as it's going to be rounded. Okay, so on this side, I do see a little file folder on the outside. So we're going to do the outside on this one. I'm not going to worry about the inside, because I'm not really distressing it to distress it. I'm distressing it to cover up the file folder. So, and it does a very good job of it, doesn't it? It really does. If you've never tried it, it really does. And I only have what this. This is the what vintage photo, and for distressing, I think I have one more that someone sent me in Happy Mail, a blue one, and I still have it. I just always, this is my go-to, so I just always use this one. It's a good you know, overall kind of general color, so I don't bother getting any others. Just go use this one. And so okay, we distressed it. I'm just trying to decide. I would like to go ahead and sew around it, but I need to think for a minute about my pockets. Let's see, it goes this way. I need to think about the pockets. So I want to sew around those so you guys can see what it's going to look like sewn around. And I'm probably going to add, I already looked at the trim when I was picking out the paper and the closure ribbon. And I looked at where I would put trim, because there's going to be coils going in here. Say about right here. It goes over a little bit, and you have a little bit of paper, and then you have to have room for the holes to punch for the coil, so it's going to be about right there. So like if I put trim on it, say the coils are here, then the trim would be way out here, and it would be covering this lady. So I looked at trim already, and I can put it right here, and I have already picked out some trim. I think it's going to be really cute. And then of course I can put trim on the back in the same spot, say like right here. Okay, so I've got picked out trim, but that can go on later. It doesn't have to go on before I sew. But a pocket, I think I'm going to wait to sew and put on the pockets, because pockets I'm thinking of, I'm going to kind of try them out, and I need to back them with some kind of, you know, file folder or something sturdy. So it's not just, because what I'm thinking of is paper, and I want to try it out and see if I like it first before I tell you what it is, because if I don't like it, then I'm not going to use it, right? So anyway, I'll try that out and show you in the next video, I think, and then I'll show you how the sewing turns out, and I think it's going to be super cute. So let me know what you think of this orientation, and like I said, if you saw anyone else make a journal in this shape and orientation, you know, this way, like landscape, let me know, because I haven't found it yet. So let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.